as usual, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I have a basis of discussion. Or at least a extremely fluid one that I would like to work on. The main thing is, as Drunkman, I would like to say that currently, in my efforts, I've begun working out again. Now, the way that I work out is a little bit cursed. Initially, I work out extremely way too hard every single time, without any sort of regard to my own bodily limits. I wish I could kid you, but truthfully, I've got like monkey strength. Like I can put a lot more effort into my muscles than I need to, and I do, and it hurts me. Now then, I am finally past that, and at a point where I can uh, enjoy exercising to the point where I literally enjoy it. Like my body feels very, very nice when I do these exercises now. Um, that's positive. One of the other things that has happened is, as part of my last mushroom trip, um, prior to the mushroom trip, I chose to take on a very good sense of the world. You know, I wanted to sit there and really say that the world exists, and that I exist, and that those things shouldn't be so incongruous all the time. And I don't mean, I use that word because it's very easy for me. When I say incongruous in this specific sense, I mean those worlds shouldn't be so separated. You know, I would like to feel very much a part of this world more. And what I'm realizing is that I am the one who is separating myself from that world. You know, and I'm doing that with all of the substance abuse. Not the mushrooms. I don't. Again, thank gosh, I don't fucking take mushrooms like an idiot. We rock those healthily. But the other substances that I, mess with, the marijuana and the alcohol, the more I look into it, the more I, said about it, the more I realize, I can do physical things that help me get through some of it. So again, I'm working out. But a lot of the things that I enjoy doing require quite a specific mental state, and losing that all the time, it's in hindsight, I can see the frustration that I've been faced with, because I like being. I prefer being a little bit more cohesive in my mental. I don't like necessarily losing it. Unfortunately, I'm very weak. I would say that I was very weak. I've gained a small amount of strength in certain things now, and I'm working again on getting more. And instead of punishing myself, I'm getting there. I don't know. I've ran the cycle a lot, of going through the gamut of wanting to live life, enjoying it, getting through it, succeeding, and then losing it again. Falling into the cycle, losing yourself, your life, your mentality, and then having to come back. And I've done that a lot of times. Truthfully, I've done it a lot of times, and I'm going through it again. I'm okay with it though. That's something I really want everybody to know. You know, the cycle exists for me, and I'm okay with it. It gets hard, but what I want for people to know when it gets hard is, hang out, chill, get to know me, talk to me. Fuck, you'd be surprised, right? I'm not against life anymore. When I was young, I used to be. I'll be honest. I used to be. I used to dream about dying young. I used to. I used to dream about killing myself and all these other things. And if anybody, truthfully, if you are going through feelings like that, get talk, talk to people, and honestly, better yet, make sure that you talk to the right people. Whether that's a therapist or a good friend, both those scenarios are going to exist, you know? And there are going to be friends that maybe you aren't aware that are capable of that conversation. I don't know how to touch something like that lightly, but, for anybody going through any of that darkness, all I can say is I want you to make it through it. Like if you come across this video and you're feeling that way, truthfully, whoever you are, whatever you've done, there are things that exist such as atonement, and you can do things right. You can figure it out. It is possible to become the thing that you're afraid you aren't. All of this exists. I just want anybody that's there, Like if you're feeling at all that way, it's okay. You know? Sometimes I sound like I have a lot of things figured out in the way that I speak, but it's very incorrect. I'm myself. I'm a 29-year-old individual. And my life is a various form of a wreck. But I will say this about myself, because I feel it's important. I choose to say that the next day is going to exist. And it's going to fucking exist because I'm going to fucking make it exist. No matter how hard my current day is, that's fine. The days are going to be hard. Life is not going to be easy. And the things that we face are never going to be easy or understandable all the time. If I sat there and pretended that I really understood everything that happened to me, where would I be? I'd be deluded and lying to myself. But through all of that, I also know that despite all of the difficulties that I will experience and all of the troubles that I will experience, and sometimes, you know what, I'm going to be wrong, and I'm going to discover I'm wrong at a time when I don't even want to, but throughout all of that, I will live. I will live. And it is wrong. I always feel. I cannot take that away from your own feeling, but I feel it is wrong to take the opportunity to either get through the suffering or to accept that maybe suffering is everything. But you gotta take life first, man. You gotta live life. And if you're gonna fucking live life, bro, or brah, or brodette, or brosidon, or bro dragon, whatever the fuck, if you're gonna live life, you know what I mean? Fucking live that shit, you know? Like, I wish I could get over my shit, but maybe this is just what you need, you know? Truth be told, man. Or whatever. Maybe you don't even know, but like, when someone, when the meaning of grab life by the fucking horns and fucking ride it, they mean that, you know? If you're ever considering losing it, why don't lose it, man? Give everything you have into something. Just make it something worthwhile and positive, bro. You know? Yeah, man. Some people like to do this weird thing where they're like, "Ah, I'm gonna, my worthwhile is taking as many people as." That's not. That's I can't see here. Take care of yourself. If your whole experience is to make everybody else as damaged as you are, you real need some checking. I can't hug you from afar. You know, I'd give you a hug, I guess, because maybe nobody fucking ever did that. But damn, that's what you need. If that's what you feeling. If you feel like the world needs punishing, you really need to understand that. Yeah, man, humanity is literally as dumb as you think it is. You know what I mean? And you also are a part of it, dumbass. I don't know, man. I read Crime and Punishment to its entirety finally. And I thought it very interesting. There's a lot to be talked about in a novel such as that. Man effectively loses his mind. And at the same time, for so much of it, feels so well confined and outrightly justified in his thoughts. To the point where when he finally gets into prison, he has a nightmare. And the entire world thinks the way that he does. And he sees the chaos. And after that, he succumbs to something in his adulthood. I suppose to the confused of you that exist, I'm 30. I'm still hella confused. But I got convictions. And those convictions I feel aren't wrong and unjust, right? I feel that every human is a human. You know? Your background, your color, creed, all that shit, none of that shit fucking matters, bro. You're a human, man. That's like saying that like you gonna fucking sit there and say that like any baby you come across, he was just crawling around somewhere, you wouldn't be like, why the fuck you just crawling around here? Like, what's up? Like, can we take care of you? You know what I mean? Like, no, dude. So if I come across another fucking human being, another person, I don't care, you know? And again, I will say this to an extent. I don't care about your background, or whatever, if you're needing help. But I also do and will, as a person, as a fucking human, I will condemn some ideologies and ideas that are a very damaging hindrance, to the certain potentials of society, right? Like, as a person, I refuse outright dichotomy. I refuse to believe in anybody that says, a this and them ideal. I'm not necessarily centrist. I'm personally probably like a far liberal leaning person, but I just I don't want. I can even understand some of the ways that like Nazism exists and fascism, but like, bro, I can't flex with it. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's me though. I don't think it's that hard to say that I don't fuck with Nazis and fascism. Socialism has its benefits and shits and everything else, but like like the hardcore leaning people on all sides, I don't know. Again, on both sides, right? Like hardcore capitalists, we still get fucked. I don't know. I don't know where this went. I don't. I'm not supposed to. If I'm embarrassed, I'll take it down. And if I need to be elaborate on things, then I will. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Love and peace to everyone.